Alright, we're going to be talking about how to beat the strategy Infernoble deck with our Dino Dogmatica. But first, what does the deck do? So this deck is a tier 1 combo variant warrior based deck that plays a lot of extenders and can play through multiple hand traps. One of the deck's main focus is to hand rip with the smoke grenade and Charles combo, and can potentially rip up to three cards. Connector to Dolphin is a great starter that rips a hand trap and forces you to use a hand trap in your hand. One of the key strategy with this deck is going to be not only to hand rip you, but also gives the opponent the deck knowledge of what you are playing, which is a key key point for this game. Also, this can put up to minimum of 3 negates and 1 disruption. So now let's go ahead and talk about how to combat this deck, right? So in my opinion, I think that the best solution for this specific deck is running hand traps. So on the main, we're playing 3 infinite impermanents. We have side frame, gear, gamma, and then obviously that 1 driver. We're also playing your 2 Ash Blossoms and Joyous Spring, and then 1 Nibiru. I think these hand traps are going to be, in my deck, in my opinion, is going to be the best suited to combat the Infernoble deck. But with these hand traps, what are we going to hit whenever you are playing against the Infernoble deck? Well, in my opinion, I think these are going to be the best choke points when it comes to combating against this. So the first thing, if they open it, I believe that you are wanting to go ahead and hit that Neo Space Connector whenever it's summoning Dolphin. Because essentially, if you have a hand trap, you have to hit it anyways, because once they summon Dolphin, they're gonna rip that hand trap anyways. And also, when you hit that, it then eliminate summoning the Dolphin, so that way they don't go to the Isolde, unless they have plenty of extenders. So the way you hit connector, you have I will definitely utilize the Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs, or the impermanence to hit that Neo Space Connector. What I really like about impermanence is that it dodges the dolphin effect where it rips. But if you have Ash, then I highly recommend utilizing the Ash over the infinite Infernaments, because they're gonna rip the Ash Blossom anyways. So that's one of the things that I highly recommend hitting if they do start with the Neo Space Connector. I think this is one of their best way to rip a card in their hand. And also, it gives you the opponent gives you the deck knowledge that you're playing, which is very crucial for this game. The second one, in my opinion, is very crucial, is going to be the Isolde, the 2 tails of the Noble Knights. Not the first effect, but going to be the second effect. Again, whenever I think this is one of the toughest choke points when it comes to playing Infernobles. So when you Ash the summon of the monsters, whenever you negate the Isolde's effect when with utilizing impermanence, and the best way really is going to be utilizing gamma. So you can get it out of the board. That's what gamma is such a crucial hand trap, because it gets rid of the body. So again, Isolde is going to be really like your main. If you only have 1 hand trap, probably hit this one, because it's going to be one of the biggest choke points whenever they're playing the Infernoble deck. The third one, I believe, is going to be the Crystron, the Needle Fiber, the Crystron Halqifibrax. So whenever it's going to summon, the monster from the deck, the tuner, you can then, you know, ash it, and then you can then infinite impermanence, or you know, you can even gamma it as well, gamma it as well. So eliminating these, utilizing these to eliminate Crystron Hyperparavex effect it's definitely very crucial. The last thing that you probably want to hit is going to be link cross. So later on, I'm going to show you what I have in the side to combat these two. For more disruptions, especially going second, game 2 or game 3. But anyways, link cross, whenever it activates effect where it summons the token, you can then utilize all of these hand traps again. Once again, side frame, infinite impermanence. These things are going to be your best, in my opinion, your best hand traps. You can you can always use Nibiru whenever they summon multiple monsters, so that's why I still got that Nibiru. But I have a love and hate relationship with Nibiru. I opt to go with Ash Blossom because it just negates a lot of things, right? But you can argue that you can take out the Ash. You need more impactful cards, and utilize Nibiru, use Nibiru, more. But these are going to be the hand traps that we're using on our Dogmatica. But again, like your Link Cross, your Needle Fiber, your Isolde, and your Neospace Connector are going to be your choke points combating this deck. Okay, so now that we know what to hit, what choke points the Infernoble deck has, now let's go ahead and take a look at our strategy going first against the Infernoble deck. When we get lucky and we win the die roll, this is going to be the locks that we are going to create using two of our engine. Our first engine is going to be our primary, our Dino engine that will facilitate the barrier statue lock. The barrier statue lock is so good against the Infernoble deck because the Infernoble deck does a lot of special summoning. And guess what the wind barrier statue does? It stops the opponent and you too from special summoning any monsters but a wind monsters. But luckily we utilize Tornado Dragon to get out of that lock. So this is going to be, if without any disruptions from your opponent, this is essentially an FTK or OTK, whatever you call it, right? Because you're going to OTK next turn as long as you play through hand traps. And guess what? We have Miss at 3. Miss at 3, you normal summon the Jewel Beast, or you normal summon your Oviraptor, just chain Miscellaneous, and you're free to go. You're potentially gonna win that game anyways. So with the second strategy, we're utilizing the Dogmatica engine that's gonna give us the win the lock. So you have two ways of locking your opponent if they're playing any combo or on your Infernoble decks from any special summoning, right? So it's so easy. I love the fact that you can utilize these two engines so you can stop your opponent from going off. And later on, I'm gonna show you guys some side deck strategy that I have for you guys to combat some cards. So this is going to be the locks. So those are the two main combos that you want to go into in order for you to combat Infernoble Knights. But also a couple of cards that really helps the deck out are going to be the UCT. So essentially, first off, one of the best boss monsters in the game, especially in the main deck, UCT. So what I love about UCT is that whenever the Infernoble Knights summon two warrior monsters, just go ahead and activate UCT and flip two of those monsters face down. And typically it's going to be really difficult for them to continue, so they won't be able to link those two monsters into Isolde, right? So with the UCT, I also really love the Dogmanica punishment, where this one destroys. So let's say, again, you know, very similar to UCT, but you see UCT, you're, you know, booking of mooning those two monsters. With the Dogmatica punishment, you can activate it, right? Target one of the monsters, and then you can then pitch, you know, Elder Entity Entis. And so once Dogmatica punishment resolve, you destroy that monsters, and then you know, a separate chain, you activate Elder Entity Entis, and then you also pop the other card. So I really like these, you know, just these two cards alone to combat the Infernoble Knights, right? In tandem with the Windelock and also the barrier statue. But one of the few cards that will definitely break those boards, especially with the combos with the Windelock or the barrier statue, which is our primary combo to combat Infernoble Knights, are these cards: Evenly Match and also Dark Ruler No More. These cards are our Achilles heel when it comes to our combo, right? So once they activate Dark Ruler No More, they typically can go off, and you know, they can eliminate the board. Evenly Match, right? Because we summon Dolka over Lagia when it comes to, you know, when it comes to our combo whenever we go into barrier statue, right? So this is more impactful. But if they have Evenly Match, we're practically screwed, especially when they have Dark Ruler No More. So the way you combat these explosive, you know, card that will eliminate the board that we make are the following. So in the side, I opt to play 2 Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment is just to combat these, right? So to protect our board. Also a Pointer of the Red Lotus. You can whatever ratio that you guys have, but you got to make sure that going first you have these, especially when you're setting it up, because these eliminate our win con to combat that. And also Imperial Order. Also, you know, against Dark Ruler No More or the other one. But Imperial Order is so OP as well because Infernobles plays a lot of spell cards. So IO, in tandem with a Pointer of Red Lotus and Solemn Judgment on the side, especially going first, well, not especially, like whenever you go first, game 2 or game 3, will definitely help your game state. Okay, lastly, we can go ahead and talk about our going second strategy whenever you are in game 2 or game 3. So the Infernoble decks, again, they are going to want to rip cards from your hand, right? So we talked about what to hit, right? So Neo Space Connector, if they have it. This is going to be the most crucial thing that you need to hit, which is the second effect of Isolde, 2 Tales of the Noble Knights. You also have Crystron, Halki Fibrax, or Nido Fiber whenever they summon the tuner monster from their deck, and also for Link Cross. So we're talking about these cards that you can potentially hit. So again, to combat this deck, you need some reactive, cards whenever they're going through their plays. So cards like Forbidden Droplets is going to be useless. Dark Ruler No More is going to be useless. Evenly Match as well is going to be useless because this deck, Infernoble Knights, will rip these cards from your starting hand with Smoke Grenade or with a Neo Space Connector. So again, I highly encourage you guys to play hand traps moving forward against this deck. So in our main deck, we have Infinite Impermanence, Ash Blossom, the Gamma package, and also Nibiru. You can play more, 3 Nibirus, whatever you guys like. But in the side deck, these are going to be super impactful. So first, let me give you Gizmek Uka and the barrier statue. So this is so cool. The reason why is because once they summoned Needle Fiber, right? And Needle Fiber effect to special summon a tuner from the deck. Gizmic Uka says if a monster is special summoned from the main deck, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. And after that, if this card is normal special summon, you can target one face-up monster, which is going to be Needle Fiber, and then special summon one monster from your hand or deck whose attack equals its own defense with the same attribute, water attribute. And guess what? We're playing another barrier statue of Torrent this time. This locks them out. So once you summon this, that's it. Like their turn potentially is going to be stopped, and then you can proceed to OTK, or what they say, go burr with UCT. So using Uka, if you're really scared with this deck, use Uka, because Uka is crucial. And lastly, Token Collector. Token Collector against Link Cross. Once Link Cross summons its token, you can utilize Token Collector either from your hand or from grave, special summon it, and destroy those tokens. How cool is that? So once you do that, they have nowhere to go. They're stuck. And what's so cool about it is it plays around the Connector Dolphin package. So utilizing, Uka with the barrier statue and Token Collector is very crucial, going second in tandem with your other hand traps. So guys, that's going to be it of the discussion and strategy on how to beat this Infernoble deck, one of the best tier 1 deck that we have currently. If you guys have any question, please let me know, but please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.